The Lexus NX has unquestionably been one of the most popular luxury compact crossovers for almost a decade, which is remarkable for a relatively late addition to a crowded and very competitive segment. What this vehicle has offered to consumers is flexibility and versatility, where it's not quite as one-dimensional as the Lexus RX, but it's also not a departure from the brand's identity. Lexus, for the most part, has always been luxury first and performance second, and the NX continues that mission statement. However, because of its size and platform it's built on, it's a fun crossover that can get away with being playful and a joy to own as a daily driver. So here are 5 reasons why you should buy a 2023 Lexus NX 350. At any given time, Lexus has always had at least one good-looking vehicle in the lineup, whether it was the LFA or IS. But in the 2020s, the design team has really hit their stride, and the NX has been a byproduct of the evolution of the brand's design language that strikes the right chord of exemplifying class and sophistication. The second-generation NX takes styling cues from the past and blends it with the modern aesthetics that are now seen across the family of vehicles, such as the smoother and rounder front fascia that replaces the angular and somewhat obtuse front end that was found on this model in the past. With the LED headlights no longer split into 2 separate housings, the NX's appearance is far more refined, and tying the front fascia together is Lexus's iconic grille design that in a sense makes the NX appear to be car-like, while at the same time suiting this crossover's athletic body lines. Then coming around to the back, as we've seen across the Lexus family of vehicles, is the light bar that now runs the length of the rear end for a classier look. Subtle, yet new for this generation, is Lexus being spelled out on the liftgate, which has become a trend, but also is a nice touch that takes up some of the empty space that we saw last generation for this model. Another styling cue that isn't so obvious is that the NX has a slightly more muscular bumper and stance, which is fitting for the F-Sport trim. However, and this is likely due to Lexus shifting towards hybrids and EVs, the exhaust is tucked beneath the bumper rather than having physical exhaust outlets integrated into the road presence. Luxury compact crossovers in the 2020s have generally been looked to as providing a refined driving experience with some exhilarating performance, as the BMW X3 and Alfa Romeo Stelvio are best known for. While Lexus has the F-Sport line, they've remained content with the idea of just being the brand for everyone. But in the eyes of some, that can be seen as a detriment. The NX 350 isn't the best handling, nor is it the quickest in a straight line. Yet throughout our time behind the wheel, the only 2 words that we believe accurately describes this crossover is compliant and competent. With a 2.4-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine producing 275 horsepower and 317 pound-feet of torque that's paired with a relatively quick shifting 8-speed automatic transmission, the NX is spry enough to safely enter highways and has the torque to dart past slower drivers. Despite its mid-6-second 0 to 60 times, we don't believe drivers will be begging for more. And in fact, the only concern we'd have is that you'll be too complacent as you commute to work or run errands. With the model we had featured being an F-Sport, the F-Sport tuned adaptive variable suspension changes the demeanor of this crossover, as we found the steering to have a decent amount of weight to it, similar to European offerings in this price range. You may not have the confidence to throw the NX around on a spirited drive. However, it's not numb or lacking, as body roll is kept to a reasonable minimum. One thing to keep in mind as well is that with the larger tire size, ride quality wasn't harsh, and we didn't notice a lot of road noise entering the cabin. So while the F-Sport is geared towards enthusiastic drivers, you may find yourself perfectly happy with this trim. Prior to the NX's existence, Lexus didn't have a compact crossover in the lineup that was seen as a more upscale and better equipped Toyota as with the rest of the lineup. But that all changed in 2014, and they've been reaping the benefits ever since. It's no secret that Lexus shares platforms and technology with their parent company, and in fact, that's been the key ingredient to their success in this market. For one, the NX350 provides a welcoming driving environment, a cabin that wraps around you but is also designed with the driver in mind. While there's similarities to the RAV4 it's based on, such as the exterior dimensions and chassis, the NX is a completely separate entity that's classier, more sophisticated, and an overall better performing crossover. Better yet, it's the bridge that connects Toyota loyalists to the luxury market without having to upsize to a crossover like the RX. Because of its powertrain, subtle sense of athleticism, and similar qualities to the RAV4, the NX has made the transition to going upmarket for many shoppers painless and seamless. And it's for that reason we've seen so many embrace the NX350 for almost a decade, as the perfect mix of being practical and sensible, but also luxurious to where it's a great overall value. Where Lexus has made some great strides as of late is with the technology you'll be interacting with once you step inside and get behind the wheel. A valid complaint in the past was that Lexus was far behind European rivals, but that can't be said for 2023, as you receive a full digital gauge cluster, optional head-up display, and either a 9.8 or 14-inch touchscreen that replaces the deeply despised trackpad that was found on Lexus products late last decade. With this screen facing towards you, everything is within arm's reach, including the dials for the dual-zone climate control and drive mode selector, which can be found on the dashboard. When it pertains to user-friendliness, it quickly becomes second nature to navigate your way through the different icons and menus. And if you're not the most tech-savvy, you'll like the smaller screen more due to its simplicity. Available through the $2,200 F-Sport Handling Luxury Package, you can upgrade to the 14-inch head unit that includes a 3-year trial of Drive Connect with cloud navigation. And when you look at the other features that are included, such as the memory seat functionality for the driver's seat, steering wheel and side mirrors, and ambient lighting, it just might be worth paying extra for. Also optional, a panoramic view monitor and front cross-traffic alert will add another layer of safety when parking the NX on city streets. Additionally, the optional digital rear view mirror is a must-have, as the unobstructed view when looking behind you is perfect for when the second row is occupied by taller passengers. What's made the Lexus NX such a success since its arrival to the market is that it's not trying to placate to one type of buyer over the other, nor has it been engineered to be one-dimensional where critics could claim it's either too luxurious or too sporty. The NX is the sweet spot in this segment, as its versatility as a crossover makes it perfect for shoppers ready to enter the luxury market for the first time, while also being enough of a tangible upgrade over the Toyota RAV4 where it's worth paying around $50,000. Unlike its domestic rivals in the Infiniti QX50 and Acura RDX, the NX is more well-rounded, whether it's the quality of the interior, available technology, or how this crossover performs. It's a suitable vehicle for a wide swath of car shoppers, and despite not being a serious consideration for those with niche taste in a sports crossover, the NX is the jack of all trades that rival brands wish they had in their lineups. We hope you enjoyed this quick buyer's guide for the 2023 Lexus NX 350. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe for more videos like this one. And if you're interested in buying an NX or any other compact luxury crossover, make sure to check out our full reviews to help you find your next vehicle. And thanks for watching.